Ye old camera setup. Here we go for another video.
Thanks, anxiety. How's it going, guys? Red Guru here, back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about the book Become What You Are by Alan Watts. This is one of my favorite books. In this book, he literally talks about how when you try to become enlightened, that is the very thing that is making you not enlightened. When you try to do something, when you try to become yourself or try to become something, that implies that you are not that thing. To become what you already are what you are. You can't become it. There's nothing you can do. All you have to do is surrender and allow yourself to be as you are, allow everything to happen, and you'll become who you are. And it's a paradox, because like, even by saying this, if I tell you to do this, you're gonna try to do something, and then you're deviating from what you actually are. Like, the only way to do this is to let go and don't even try. It's just basically do what you've been doing this whole time. If you want to try to become enlightened, or you want to try to surrender, try to surrender. If you don't. Like, you already are like a completed being. You already are yourself. You already are enlightened. You already are a person. Like, you already are who you're going to be. You just got to allow that. Like, stop trying to be something. Like, you think you're trying to improve yourself, but the very act of trying to improve yourself tells yourself that you aren't improved, that you aren't good. Like, obviously, if there's something wrong, you gotta fix it. But when you're constantly trying to find like self-improvement books or trying to become enlightened, then you're not fixing yourself. You're actually making yourself feel like you're less good than you already are. Where, like, if you don't try to become like anything, if you don't try to become anything, but if you don't, like, if you accept yourself and surrender and allow yourself to be just as you are, then you'll be good enough. You won't think there's something wrong, because like, you're okay being who you are, being just yourself. And that's what matters. You can't, like, you'll never be happy unless you're happy on the inside, unless you accept yourself, unless you surrender to yourself, unless you allow yourself to be who you are at all times. When you're sad, you allow yourself to be sad. When you're happy, you allow yourself to be happy. When you want to go for a run, you allow yourself to go for a run. When you want to be lazy, you allow yourself to be lazy, right? And then you allow yourself to not want to be lazy anymore, and you allow yourself to fix being lazy. You allow yourself to do whatever needs to happen. You allow life to flow as it is. When you accept life and you allow life to flow exactly how it is, without interrupting or disturbing it, then you will be at peace. Being at peace doesn't mean that your life isn't going to have problems or isn't going to have tribulations. Being at peace just means that you accept what's going on. You're happy no matter what happens, right? Like, it doesn't mean that, like, you don't have problems. It doesn't mean you don't have things to solve. It means that you accept them and you allow them to be there, and you fix them. You allow the fixing to happen peacefully. And this book definitely helps you realize that. This book shows you that you don't need to do anything. There's nothing you need to do. Literally, you can stop reading books. You can stop watching my YouTube videos. You can stop trying to improve yourself. You already are perfect. You already are yourself. You already are good enough. You already are enlightened. The only reason you're not enlightened is because you think you're not enlightened. The only reason you're not awake is because you're trying to become awake. You're already awake. You already are awake. Like, all awakeness is is the dropping of wanting to be something other than yourself. All awakeness is the dropping of the desire for freedom, basically. It's the dropping of the desire to fix yourself. It's dropping of all desires. And what happens when you drop all desires? You accept everything. That means if you have a desire, you accept the desire, because desiring not the desire is still a desire. So you literally, and that's a paradox, you literally just let yourself desire. You let yourself be as it is. And eventually, because you're just allowing yourself, like, you're going like this because you're like trying to force up here, and you're trying to force down here, you're trying to force up here, and you're trying to like fix this, and you're like up and down, up and down, up and down. But if you just allow it to bounce and stop interfering, stop bouncing the ball, eventually it just relaxes and it flows and it just goes in a straight line. There's nothing you need to do. There's absolutely nothing you need to do. Okay, you like if you have a problem, the solution will come. If you have a difficulty, the solution will come. If you have sadness, you will be happy again. There's nothing you need to do except for nothing. Except for allow everything to be as it is. If you need to cry, you cry. If you need to be happy, you be happy. If you need to punch a pill, you punch a pill. You don't punch humans, obviously, because that's just going to cause more problems, and that's you trying to force a solution. But you do as it is needed. And you don't want to punch a human, because you know that if you punch a human, it's going to bring all this backlash, and it's going to make your life worse. So it's not like you actually want to. It's like, that's like the base thing, oh, I want to punch him, but like, that's not what you really truly want, right? You really truly want happiness and freedom. And the only way to get that is just to allow everything to be as it is. Like, if you're allowing the other person that you want to punch to be as they are, you're not going to want to punch them anymore, because you don't care. That's who they are. You're allowing it to be as it is. So allow everything to be as it is. Stop trying. The art of, like, the key to enlightenment and to happiness is to stop trying. It's just like, try not to try. And what you'll realize is that you can't try not to try. You're always going to try. And you need to allow that too. You need to allow it all. Allow the acceptance, allow the deniability. Allow everything. You, like, by allowing, you will feel more inclined to do the right thing and the peaceful thing. You'll be more inclined to make that video that you want to make, or to get that job that you want to get, because you accept that everything's okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Okay? There's nothing that's wrong. You make up what's right or wrong. It's all a concept. Like, something, like, if something is like, one person could look at something happening and be like, that's wrong. And the other person could look at something happening and say, that's right. That means if two people have different, like, that means that's not a fact. It means it's a concept. It's an opinion. But I just want to talk to you about that, and talk to you about this book. And this is what I all got from this book. Like, it's partly from this book. But I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day. Red Guru, out.